General Petraeus has spoken of progress in specific parts of Afghanistan before, but now he says in the last 3 to 6 months, Afghan troops and his international force have changed the situation in most of the country.
I think the Taliban momentum has, as I noted earlier, been reversed in many areas and certainly arrested in the bulk of the country. I wouldn't say all parts. There are certainly areas in which they still might have the local initiative. But as a broad characterization, I think that the Taliban, again, is feeling enormous pain right now, and that pressure is going to increase.
Petraeus says there is much hard fighting still to be done, but he says many members of the Taliban, including some senior leaders, are seeking reconciliation because of coalition strikes against them and improved security development and governance in more parts of the country. Still, he says, those talks are in the early stages.
These can best be characterized as pre-preliminary discussions. There's certainly nothing here that rises to the level of, quote, talks or negotiations.
The general says some form of reconciliation is part of the solution to virtually all insurgencies, and the same will be true in Afghanistan. But he adds the insurgents must agree to lay down their arms, renounce al-Qaeda, and respect the Afghan constitution with its protection of human rights, as Afghan President Hamid Karzai has demanded. Also in the VOA interview, General Petraeus repeated U.S. government charges that Iran is supporting both the Afghan government and groups trying to overthrow it.
Iran does provide, again, as what I would characterize as modest amounts of training, equipping, funding, and to some degree direction to those Taliban elements that are active in the southwest and western part of the country.
The general called Iran's activities in Afghanistan disingenuous. He said the Iranians do not want the Taliban to return to power, but also do not want to see life too easy for the Western coalition. Petraeus also predicted he will be able to begin to withdraw U.S. troops and transfer authority to Afghan forces as planned by July of next year. But he stressed the pace will be determined by the security situation at the time.
President Obama and the NATO Secretary General in recent weeks alone have each stated that they intend to stay in Afghanistan as long as it takes to get the job done. Their quote, not mine.
Some critics say the July 2011 date provides encouragement to Taliban fighters and makes it difficult for ordinary Afghans to side with the Kabul government. But General Petraeus told VOA as long as the drawdown is based on actual security conditions, he does not see how anyone can make an intellectual argument against it. Al Pessin, VOA News at the Pentagon.